Well, guys, I think we're gonna have a quick little revival today. We are, well, that right there, that's the elevator in Alameda, Kansas. So actually, not that far from home. Coincidentally, we're actually across the alley from my parents' house. We're not here for that. About a block from my house too. What we are here for is a first gen Dodge, specifically an '89 D350 Cummins diesel, I believe, as the badge there on the side says. Believe this has been sitting since 2019. Belonged to my longtime neighbor here. Asked him about it a couple years ago. Kind of wanted it myself because this truck's been around the area for a long time. Another guy here in town had it before him. I think this neighbor got it in about 2012. So yeah, we get this guy up and going, I hope, today. Doesn't have the original box on it. It's I think this is a pronghorn flatbed or a Winkle flatbed here on the back. I don't believe it was a cabin chassis truck, looking at the hump in the rear frame. Could be wrong. Have to dig into that closer. I think it was a style side truck. Yeah, pronghorn flatbed, not too bad. Toolbox, doesn't look rusted out on that side. Yeah, nothing real special here about the flatbed. Angled front. Missing the door off the toolbox there. Yeah, there's an LE package, so it's a higher option truck. Has been through a couple hailstorms here the last few years, so the windshield's not looking so hot, and we're missing some lights. And I think if we started looking real close at the hood and roof of the truck, probably pretty, yeah, you got some hail damage right there, and probably some more. Don't really see any rust here in the drip rail like you normally would, so that is quite nice. No rust there in the cab corner. I think it's been, well, it's sold new at Marmy's and Great Bend. So don't believe it's really been in the salt too much, especially being a two-wheel drive truck. I think it was somebody's work truck, honestly, for a long time. I know for one guy it pulled a lot of trailers hauling their construction equipment. No rust, cab corners. Interior, pretty nice. I mean, got floppage, probably have problems with windows by my guess there. Yeah, see, there's a cat. God, why is there always a cat? But seat looks pretty nice and solid. Got a dash pad in it, so dash is looking pretty good. What's the old key ring from somewhere in Nickerson? Interesting. Brake controller in here. It's an automatic truck, which not ideal, but it's a first gen, so who really cares? Yeah, nice red interior. Definitely gonna need a windshield sometime. Probably gonna end up having to work on that, I would bet. Yeah. Pop the hood here. Guess it's already popped for me. Before we do that, what do we got here? Some parts. Nothing too great there. Yeah. It is stone cold dead though. It's been sitting for 5 years, I think. 2019, I believe. He did say the last time he tried to move it, it wouldn't move. So I don't know if we're low on ATF or what. Missing the RAM. That's kind of sad. Oh, there's my dog. But here we go. Cummins diesel. Old CarQuest batteries. CarQuest doesn't sell CarQuest batteries anymore. So we know it's a little old. They're all die-hard. Engine oil looks fine. Might be a touch low. No big deal there. Don't touch the brakes yet. Radiator. Full. Awesome. That's nice. I've never had one of these as an automatic. I've had a few first gens, 3 actually, diesels. We'll pull that. We're low. Might need to check it again running, but just barely on the stick. So before we move it, we will make sure that gets ATF. That might be the reason he had troubles getting it to move the last time he tried to use it. Looks like a newer Cummins reman turbo. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna air up the tires first, and then we will hook my jumper up and see if this thing fires off. Tires here are older, so yeah, I'm sure those are nice and flat spotted after sitting here for 5 years. But really, the frame on this truck's really clean. I mean, just surface rust. So bed looks really solid. Toolbox is missing some powder coat, that's normal. But got some trim that's missing, some hail damage, but dang, it's a nice truck. Part thing up in the back window says Amico Motor Club. That's kind of cool. Well, I got air in about 4 of the tires. A couple of duals are hard to get air chuck on. That's a problem for later. I mean, 4 out of 6 isn't bad. It's a dually for a reason, right? So we'll do the old red to black, black to red here, and oh, Jesus, come here and see if it will fire up. I know this battery's junk, so you got to put this thing in override. Blower motor's on, radio's on. Don't really see a reason to prime it because, well, yeah, I don't see any leaks under it, so let it charge. It does crank. Oh, okay. It's alive. Charging came up. Oil pressure is slowly coming up. There she goes. These oil pressure gauges on these are slow on these pickups, really. Got a half tank of fuel here. Oil pressure is still coming up. I'll just sit there and be patient for a minute. I drop this thing in neutral. That way the pump and the transmission is running for sure. Yeah, blower motor works. Oh, we get 790. So we got radio. Sounds healthy. Okay, let's go put ATF in it. But sounds good. Sounds really good. Actually, let's see if the windows go down real quick. Oh, maybe. No. Sounds like the motor is skipping. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I have one of these. Oh, that one goes down though. Yeah, I'll have to mess with that. Okay, got the windows down. Now we can air that out. I'm gonna grab ATF and a funnel, and we'll see if we can get this thing up to a safe level. Okay, I added 2 quarts, and it's on the dipstick in the safe range now. We're gonna throw my box of stuff back here. Alternator, I think, is charging. Doesn't matter, it's a Cummins. Unhook that guy. Shut it off. Throw it back here. I think we're just gonna run over this tree if it moves, which it hopefully will, and go down the alley. Oh yeah, we're moving. Heck yeah. Okay, let's just stop. Ooh, brakes are, well, it has brakes. They're not great. Let's just stop here and drink it in. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Non-intercooled 1989. Not rusty. Trim's not great, got some hail damage, but she seems to be a solid old truck. Might be good pulling seed tenders or water tanks or something. I already got a 7-way plug on it. So yeah, pretty solid old truck. What do you say, since it's running, we just drive it right downtown and fill it full of diesel? I don't know why not. I mean, it's only like 3 blocks away. Because we're gonna find out if we got gears. I have brakes, better than upright. I mean, they go pretty far to the floor. Probably better bleed those. It's shifting, I think. Yeah, she's shifting gears. So, at least we made it to second there. I think this is just a 3-speed auto. I've always had manuals. So, I think that door rattles. I think it's just a 3-speed manual. But, yeah, we'll pull over here and dump some fuel in, I hope. Shameless plug here. I'm a viscosity oil dealer, which is when you buy the old viscosity old traction is the old formula Hitran, not the stuff Case IH sells now. But I'm going to dump some injector and fuel system cleaner in this because it's been sitting for 5 years, and then we will pump some diesel. Already takes diesel better than my 2016 Ram or any of my other pickups. But yeah, let's fill her up. I think I gotta go pick the kid up from daycare, so might as well drive this, right? What the heck? She likes old trucks too. There's a load of wheat coming into the elevator. We don't grow wheat anymore, so I'm pretty tickled. Sounds good. Not missing at all. Probably gonna need tires, but that's kind of minor, I guess. Just growing some stuff up there. Tickled with this one. Cool old truck for sure. Door doesn't fit great, probably needs bushings, but that's pretty easy. I put those in a 92 I had. But yeah, sitting here holding pretty good at oil pressure. Fuel gauge is coming up, so that means it works. Just shut off after 8 gallons. Charging, temps coming up. Heck yeah. What if I charge the AC if that'd work? Honestly, this thing runs pretty good. I think it goes through all the gears. Pretty tickled with this. Bye. We're gonna go out here on a county road, see how she does a little more though. Get her up to speed at least. But pretty tickled with this. Go do this test run, go pick up my kid from daycare and go home. Hey, I bet that guy's got some used machinery for sale. That guy is also me. Brakes are getting there. I mean, it hadn't been moved in 5 years, so, you know, maybe it needs bled. Nobody coming. There's second. It's got 3 gears. The shift's nice. Dang. Okay then. Well, I'd call this a success. Let's charge the AC sometime and go from there. But first, let's go pick up my kid. Well guys, I got Amelia picked up from daycare. Truck runs great. Got to service it probably, maybe put a transmission pan gasket on since it was low on fluid, or check lines and stuff. Really? Is that your horse? Awesome. But good truck, made it out, drove it home. I'll have to drive it some more, kind of evaluate it, but pretty solid old girl. Odometer reads 35,420. I'd bet that's 135, 420. Doesn't act like 235, especially the pedals don't say 235, but pretty dang solid truck. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.